Hi everyone, this is Nisira and this video is dedicated to the new year 2023, and this is my reading of the energy of the new year and my understanding through looking at it from the angle of Orion. So to me it felt that the energy of the year is still undefined, and it's just starting to taking shape and form, and it will eventually sink in at the beginning of February. But generally speaking, it is another year of transformation after 2 years. After two equally difficult years and challenging ones. 2023, for the moment, it feels like it comes in two periods, two halves, two parts of 6 months each. And the basic topic of this year, as I can see it, is the power of the light, and the power of the light that wants to come on earth and become part of our consciousness and of our being and of our understanding of life. Yes, it feels like the first half of the year until June, the light will be, let's call it softer, it will be milder, but then after June, the tension of the light that comes on earth will be so strong and will root so heavily on earth that it will push a row of events and a row of situations that cause deep transformation. So the basic topic is the presence of the light on earth, and related topics is transformation. And transformation comes in connection with the nature of reality and of life, and in connection with the nature of our understanding of ourselves. It feels that this year 2023 life will be expressed in beats, and every beat expressed, it will attract our attention, it will ask for our care and for our attention, and it feels somehow like there is not one equal flow in which the events of life is unfolding, so that life will be distracted and expressed in different beats. The calling for us in this expression is to manage to find unity in all expressions and aspects of life and of our everyday expression, and to find unity within us, in ourselves. Because until now we were shaping a rigid, a compact idea of who we are. We were creating a stable and heavy image around ourselves, and we were shaping an image of I am this kind of person, and usually I react this way, and usually these are my choices, this is the way I'm thinking, and we were fixing this, and we were loyally following and identifying with this fixed image about who we are. Life now in 2023 is asking from us to find the unity within us in the many different aspects and ways we express ourselves, to find unity in the many powers and potential and intentions and characteristics we express. And this is calling us to find also emptiness. So become empty from what we knew about ourselves, become empty from our past, from our preconceptions, prejudice, and expectations and old energies, old structures. Be present in emptiness. And in this way, I mean that we are not getting rid of pieces of ourselves, and we are not getting rid of the knowledge we have about ourselves because we do not like it, but because in this emptiness we can draw all the powers and the strengths we need to cope up with life, to follow the natural flow of life. And here I can give another example, like be like the wind, which means that, you know, the wind is always moving, and this year particularly we are going to have a lot of fluidity and a lot of movement throughout the year. And we are called to be a bit like the wind, you know, because the air is an element that you cannot see, you cannot touch, and maybe sometimes even it's hard to understand what you are smelling from the air. But the air is everywhere, is infused everywhere, and sometimes it's soft and mild like a breeze. Sometimes its tension goes really strong and it blows up quietly, and sometimes it's cool, sometimes it's warm, sometimes it's hot wind, and it's always moving and always moving. But always it's the same essence and the same element. It's the wind, it's air. So ourselves, as we will see and witness ourselves flowing and functioning and expressing through the year, we are called to find this unity, to find this essence of who we are, and the essence of our soul and the essence of our light. And yes, the wind also reminds me this element of playfulness and lightness, and we are called to receive life with the openness and the enthusiasm and the spontaneity of a child, and with joy to receive life and what comes and what changes and what wants to be to show up, with playfulness and with gratitude and with the purity and the emptiness of a child. So playfulness and joy can really equip us this year to go through the year, to cope up, but also to enjoy and to find meaning in all that goes on around us. And as I said before, 2023 is a year that the light permitting earth from heaven will wants to come down to earth. And it's no joke, it's not joking. So really open up to the light, open up to the consciousness of light, and really try to understand and educate yourself and train yourself in what it is. When we say light, what is light? And what does it have to do with you? And become one with the consciousness of life and embody the light, embody your light. So this year that the light is no longer joking and it wants to come on the consciousness of the life on earth really strongly, we will see many health issues will come up for many people, because also the previous years so far most people were used to, when they had disturbances or topics surfacing, people were just pushing them away and were hiding them and were neglecting them and did not want to face them. But until now this was possible. Life could flow, life could go on if you were putting aside a few topics, if you denied to listen to the call. Now this is no longer possible. That's why many health issues will get physical, will will come up and will demand for our attention and will knock our door. It will be the last ring, the last call, and no matter how much willingness we have this time to see these topics, to face them, to no matter how much we're interested about our health, we will be forced to face them and to see them, to recognize the problems, to see what's hiding behind it, and necessarily we will be forced to make a step, maybe big or small steps, depending on our willingness to face them. And overall, the message of 2023 is go with the flow and find connection, embody the consciousness of light, and start moving with the consciousness of light. And just be open for the light, for all the new potential and the new ways the consciousness of light brings you to move in life, to experience yourself, to communicate. The light is bringing us, is gifting us with new ways to live our lives on earth. And many times we will experience this flow of light as hard and heavy and difficult and really harsh light. That's why it is really important this year more than before to adopt embodiment practices. Embodiment practices will support us to open our body in the light and incorporate it, embody it more easily and without without having to face serious implications on our health. So embodiment practices such as dance, even singing, using our voice, walk, physical exercise, yoga, and also sexuality. Sexuality is bringing joy, and it is maybe the deepest embodiment practice. And what is really crucial this year is to build a stable connection and contact with the natural world, and to spend a lot of time in nature, because nature is already receiving this light, and it is actually in advance from us, processing this light, and through her trees and her elements, the soil, the rain, the plants, the minerals, nature is helping the light become friendlier for us and for our bodies. In nature we can find peace and empty ourselves, and in this emptiness we can more easily find our resources of what we need to be well in life, and we can recharge, and we can become more full of who we are, and get rid of the noise of the world and of things from the world, information, energies that we do not need. And nature is composting fear into trust, fear into easiness, and yes, nature will be a very good friend for all of us this year. And yes, so overall this is the reading for 2023. I find the energy of the inner child will be very supporting to all of us, and very nourishing, as the inner child has all of these qualities of emptiness, of openness, of gratefulness, of curiosity, natural curiosity, and being open and joyful to receive life for what it is. And I find that these qualities will be very useful, and a great equipment for all of us this year. And I want to invite you on my seminar for the new year, Welcome 2023, which will take place to 13th of February in the afternoon, online and on site. So if you listen to this video and you find that something is matching for you, this is in short what we will do. First, I will guide you to read a bit about the energy of the year personally for you, and what is your personal purpose, the call that this year will bring in your field, which step you are asked to do this year to be well. And then we will see which resources, which powers from within you need to invest in your path to this year. And we will work with the qualities of the inner child, of course. And to close this seminar, I will support you and help you to connect with your origin starlight, with the starlight from your source, which I think, always this connection between our heaven and our earth is the least and the most we need to be well in life, to be fulfilled, to be healthy, and to be stable and joyful here. So feel free to write to me to reserve your spot, and to ask me details about the time and the Zoom link, and we can connect, and I can send you all the details. I will be very, very, very happy to see you, and I wish you to have a very nice and interesting and fulfilling year, and maybe during this year we can meet somewhere, online or in person. Let's leave it to the flow of life. And yeah, be well and have a fabulous, beautiful, beautiful 2023. Love from me, from Crete, from Plakias. Bye.